Today's video is going to be a chit chat get ready for almost nothing with me. And by almost nothing, I mean nothing. We're going to be doing some beauty makeup today, and I'm going to chit and chat. That's super exciting. The only thing I have on my face right now is moisturizer. I'm going to go in with the Lancome Teint Idole Camouflage, and this is in the color Pale with a little bit of pink in it, which is 110 Ivory. Because this stuff is so creamy, my favorite way to apply it is actually just with my fingers. I find that the warmth from my body really helps to like work cream products specifically into the skin. So the foundation that I want to use today is the NARS Sheer Glow. This is in the color Light 6, which is Ceylan, C-E-Y-L-A-N. I don't know if that's how you say it. So the last video that I posted was the NYX Cosmetics Face Awards entry. It was so much fun to make, and I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed it because, like I said, because I'm tired. So where have I been other than that? Well, all honesty, I've been in the gym. For those of you who have been here for a while or saw my video turning myself into food that I can't eat, I announced that I was training for my first ever bodybuilding competition. That competition was supposed to be, as of that video, 8 weeks. I don't know how, but unfortunately the competition has been pushed back, so it is no longer whenever it is that I said it was going to be. It's actually been pushed back, I think, a sum total of 3 times now. I've been training for this since November. You know, it's my first show. I started out a little bit bigger than most people. Like I had more body fat, and in addition to having more body fat, I also had a lot less muscle mass. You know, initially wanted to compete in the figure division, and then it was like, well, you're not going to be big enough for figure, and as of right now, I'm still not, and so I'm currently going to compete for bikini. And, you know, I really did not want to do that because I used to work backstage at bodybuilding competitions, and I had always really enjoyed the look of the figure girls and the bikini girls. I mean, still beautiful and still so much work, but I was like, you know, if I'm gonna do it, I want to strive for, you know, what I want to look like when I'm off stage. And the reality is that the competition has changed so much and grown so much, even from when I used to work backstage a few years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, years ago. And so nowadays, like, the girls who are competing in bikini, they look like what a figure girl used to look like. I'm feeling really good about where my body is at, so that's nice. And with the exception of getting sick, I think twice, sick as in like my muscles just could not keep up with the amount of work that I was doing with, you know, the diet, because I've been in a deficit since November. I've been carrying a cooler around and a scale and measuring out my food, and like I get refeeds, you know, none lately, but I get refeeds, and I almost always choose sushi because, like, sushi. But I feel so good. All of that's been really nice. That was the Benefit Hoola bronzer, by the way, just in the whatever the color everyone gets, just Hoola. I'm gonna go in with blush. I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever trio. So between working, because I work a lot, freelancing with makeup, and being in the gym for a few hours every day, I've been so tired and so busy that as much as I love YouTube, I had a hard time, you know, sitting down to paint at all, much less film. So that said, I'm trying to stress less. I am actively working on improving that, and I really do think that because I love painting so much, and I love being on YouTube so much, that it is something that I need to set aside time to do every week. I took a period styles class in college. I wish I remembered more of it. I know I have my book somewhere. Maybe I'll reread it. But it's like, they were very communicative. So you'd like put it on a certain cheek and it'd be like, I'm shy. Or like, I always think of that scene from the Princess Diaries where it's like, you know what I mean? Anne Hathaway. What a lady. Anyways, I think that's sufficiently dry. I was just really enjoying playing with my fan. We're gonna move on to our eyebrows, and for that, we are going to use the Anastasia brow, I don't know, it's like their brow pomade, but as a normal brow mascara. It's supposed to be some, like a mashup of products. I love this stuff. And this is in the color Soft Brown. So yeah, the goal is to be more consistent here on the tube. I'm going to take some of that same blush color or bronzer that we used on our face, and I'm just going to pop that into my crease. So I like to play this game when I'm at work, where I just ask people random questions that make them think. My favorite question as of late has been this. Let me know your answers down below. So, if you had a superpower based on some element of your personality, like a weird personality quirk, something like that, what would your superpower be and why? I think one time I was like, well, I would absolutely have mind control because I love to be in charge. I do. Eldest child syndrome. I also thought that maybe I would have like sonic belches that kind of do in real life too. My sister and I are actually like burp queens. Should be embarrassing, but we don't think it is. I think that this little like pumpkin spice moment over here could use some eyeliner. I don't really know how these videos are supposed to go. I watch a lot of them and I enjoy watching them, but I've attempted to film like 2 or 3 Chit Chat Get Readies with me up until this point, and every time I always go back to watch it later and I'm like, why am I so boring? I actually, for a makeup artist, I don't wear makeup that often, or like I don't wear full glam or serious makeup that often because I do not have time for that. Actually, I will have a video going live, I don't know if it'll be before or after this one, detailing like basically what I do in between like work, the gym, and then a client, because I wear very little makeup on like the day-to-day. Actually, most days I get away with not wearing any makeup whatsoever, unless of course I will be working on a client or I have a meeting with a potential client or things like that, simply because I feel like if you're going to be a makeup artist, you cannot show up to do makeup with a naked face. I feel like it's just, I just feel like that's wrong. So I don't feel comfortable doing that. The exception I will say is that when I worked on The Walking Dead last time, I met a lot of the SFX makeup artists, and the women there, they did not wear makeup. But like they're also doing SFX as opposed to like beauty makeup, you know what I mean? So like it's not like they're gonna come to work covered in like prosthetics and body paint, you know? I mean, they could, but that's also like if you're gonna get up at 3 a.m., you know, like you're gonna get up and put on a face to feel awake, or at least part of a face. Back when I used to work backstage at bodybuilding competitions, I would do like full makeup. And I think the earliest I ever had to get up for the show was 2 a.m. Actually, that's something I miss a lot, is doing makeup backstage at bodybuilding competitions. So my goal is for now that I'm in Atlanta, I would love to start working backstage at bodybuilding competitions again, because I really enjoy the sport, especially now that I'm like more a part of it. Oh my God. Back when I used to work there before, that was before I ever started working out, like ever. And so I would see these women doing these Inman too, but I was staring at the women because it was something I thought that I could never do, and because like they were just all so freaking glamorous and muscular, you know, they were just hot. I would like bring a cookie and eat it and like be eating cookies or something like super unhealthy and like watching these people cry and sweat and be like, I never in my whole entire life would ever have the desire to do that. I love food way too much. That was literally what I said. And there are people that were there with me, my old boss. And we were talking about it the other day. I was like, remember how I said that never in a million years would I ever do the thing? I'm doing the thing. I had told myself for years that something was impossible for me. And then the second that I felt like this crazy, impossible thing was possible, I had no reason not to do it. So like, did I do it on a whim? Kind of. Did I do it to prove myself? Kind of. But am I really loving the process and in love with the sport and so excited? Mm-hmm. If I didn't love the journey so much, I probably would have quit. You know, like, this sport is all consuming. I've been carrying a cooler around with me for several months. The only condiments I eat are hot sauce and mustard. I've gotten to the point where I pretty much stopped seasoning my food because, like, I don't care, it's the same thing every day. You know, all of these things that, like, I knew about this sport but didn't, you know, like, it wasn't relevant to me because I wasn't doing it. I was like, oh, that's crazy, and like, I loved hearing about it, but again, I bitch was eating cookies while hearing about this. So all of these things that I was like, literally, no, I could never, oh, I don't want, you know, like, it's impossible, and now I'm over here like, this is amazing and I love it so much. It's just so crazy to me. I have a really rich brown color. Do we want to do that today? I think we do. So this is the Too Faced Melted Matte in the color Naughty by Nature. I used to work at Sephora and I stared at this color every day for like 2 weeks before finally trying it on, because I was like, I'm pale. I'm not gonna look good in brown lipstick. I think the brown lipstick is gorgeous. I've seen it look good on a variety of skin tones. I just, for whatever reason, did not think that mine could be one of them. This is Ludwig from Kat Von D. Okay, and that is the final look. All the products that I used today are going to be listed in the description in case you're interested in anything. And thank you for listening to me. Be on the lookout for new videos coming to this channel whenever I get time to post them. But like I said, I am going to work on a consistent schedule. Hopefully in the next couple of months, some things that you can look forward to are more beauty looks, more body paint, a couple more Chit Chat Get Readies with me, because it's actually kind of fun to film. Unless, of course, I go to watch it back and I realize that I'm super boring and then I will not be posting any more of these. And then, of course, Halloween is coming. And then this year for Christmas, it's on. I actually already have a look filmed. Thank you guys again so much for all of your love and support on everything that I've put up here on this channel. I love doing this and I really cannot thank you enough for being so supportive, and I hope that you enjoyed today's video and that if it was useful or fun or entertaining or whatever for you, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like to be notified when more videos do eventually go live here on this channel. So I will see you next time. Bye.